This podcast documentary carries extremely sensitive details throughout. Listeners' discretion is strongly advised. If you've tuned into the story for the first time, please consider starting with the very first episode in this 3-part series. And thank you for listening.
Most of the people in this story lived mere meters from one another. Some witnessed each other grow from toddlers to adventurous young men. Some chose a dark path. Others hide their face to reveal the truth. What if we told you this is a story of grave injustice? That Jabulani Mtungwa is not just another statistic. That he danced, he studied, he dreamt. Will you say, I've heard this one before? In a country, police say has an average of 50 to 70 murders a day. All this bloodshed, for what? For their demise in Daveyton? My name's Graham Robelheimer. This is episode 2 of the Daveyton Muti murders, a special 3-part podcast series brought to you by News 24.
You know, Daveyton was a cool place before. They were good mixing of people. We were playing okay as young kids. We grew up. And then there was a good relationship amongst the people in the area.
Sydney Jasop has called Daveyton home for as long as he can remember.
There was not this kind of things that we see today, where people are mugged or robbed or killed. But in those days, it was free. You would walk at any time. There was no fear that somebody is going to take you and go and murder you or kill you or whatever.
As a child, Sydney's family was among the original Apex Township residents of Old Benoni, but they were forced by the apartheid authorities to resettle kilometers away. According to the history books, the maternal grandfather and grandmother of former President Kgalema Motlanthe helped establish Daveyton in the mid-1950s.
Went to school around and sought a house. I got to see my wife, married her, got a house. And then we stayed here. My wife, she's not from here. She grew up here, but we were very happy.
He's our guide to the area. Brian Dubazano says Daveyton's left its own footprints in the history of the country's liberation struggle.
Because Tambo came to Daveyton in 1991 on the 12th of December. After 30 years of his exile, he came to Daveyton. Guess to who? To Godfrey PJ, who established the Black Lawyers Association. By the way, Godfrey PJ was O.R. Tambo's best man on his wedding. So Godfrey PJ was very impactful. Remember, he was also an instructing attorney for Robert Sobukwe on his trial in the 1960s. So we have someone who is very, very, very powerful.
Sitting down with Sydney and his family, he tells us Daveyton was mostly home to government workers.
Because we had to pay for it, because it was a part of an exclusion, because this area was intended for people who are working under government. So now, most of the people who were working in companies and so on, there were very few who were here, but a large number was from the government sector.
In August 1982, Wandile Jasop was born in Boksburg Hospital at the beginning of a turbulent decade. His mom, Elizabeth Jasop, beams.
Yes, it was a beautiful day when we get Wandile. And there was not plenty children in my husband's family. They were very happy to get another son because I was doing the first son. We were very happy. And he was a very handsome boy. And he was always happy.
Healthy, young, vibrant young men. We were all happy in the house.
Sydney tells us he rose the ranks of the SA Post Office, and his son Wandile was proving to be an outstanding student at boarding school in Vereniging.
He was a very good child. He was not a problematic person. He was very good to each and everybody. Everybody around the area knows him. At school, he had many friends. All teachers were very good at him because of his behavior and how he was.
Sydney says his son dreamt of becoming a scientist.
That one day he will be one of the guys who will be resolving some of the problems that people face in terms of any chemicals that can be developed and be presented that is going to help people. But eventually he applied to be a security guy, just to mix with people. That's what he liked, to talk to people, mix with people, address issues that affect them. So that's what he liked most of the time. But his main aim was to go back to school and finish what he has intended to do.
We understand that Wandile stuck it out as a security guard for 4 years, saving money to study at Wits University. He got accepted, but the fatigue of studying and working at the same time quickly caught up with him.
We will clean the yard, clean the house, and go to friends. That's all. He is really, really free. He's got no problems.
In this year that followed Jabulani's murder in 2017, Sydney says Wandile mostly helped out around the house and he hung out with friends.
He always respected other people. That's how I took him to be. Because if he can respect us here, he cannot change when he's with other people outside. Now, when you go around, you get the reported, your son is like this, is like this. Then you say, okay, he's doing well. Right? If he's not all right, you'll get bad reports. That this guy doesn't respect people, he treats people bad, he's fighting with people. He's not the kind. He's got no problems, he's got no children, he's got nothing. So now he just goes to friends, relaxes with them, and comes back home.
On Sunday, the 15th of July 2018, nearly 11 months since Daveyton was disturbed by Jabulani's case, residents woke to news from Yende Park. Another person's body. Sydney remembers Wandile had gone out drinking the day before and he was worried he didn't make contact since. He rushed to the park, but there he says he couldn't find Wandile.
I turned 3 times around the body. I couldn't see him. I came back home. But I couldn't rest.
Over the next 2 days, Sydney and his eldest son frantically searched Daveyton shebeens for any sign of Wandile.
All these young guys were calling me, he was here, he was here. And then, because I went to sleep, I could not sleep on Monday. Then I said there's something wrong. He has never went out for 2 days. He doesn't go out a day without coming back home.
Their anxiety grew. They expanded their desperate tracking of Wandile to hospitals, clinics, and eventually they turned up at Springs Mortuary with his green ID book in hand.
When we arrived there, the lady who received us, we gave her the ID and said, no, this person is here. This person arrived yesterday at about 1 o'clock, but he is here in the fridge. What we did, we took only fingerprints from his hands to go and send them to Premeditated to verify and publish, so that somebody must come and identify the body. He is here.
The body that Sydney went to inspect in Yende Park that Sunday morning, just a few steps away from where Jabulani was found dead, was in fact Wandile after all.
It was a shocking story because I was speaking to him on a Saturday morning before I went out. He never came back, but today, on a Tuesday morning, I'm now here getting him in a mortuary.
The National Prosecuting Authority in Gauteng says Wandile's throat was slashed. But what struck the News 24 team as odd was that at the crime scene, Wandile's father says he couldn't recognize his second-born son.
Surely I went to verify, but I couldn't see him.
Why?
He was different. He was different. I turned 3 times around the body. I couldn't see him.
Meanwhile, as Jabulani's cousin Ronni kept pushing the police for a breakthrough in his case, he learnt what happened to Wandile.
When I came here in Daveyton, it was the first person that I got connected with. Wandile was my boy. I'm older than Wandile, but the smartness of him, like, just made me just get closer to him, like, because he can do things like as much as Jabulani. Like the behavior, the two boys' behaviors were common. So I knew Wandile, and when the story came, I was like, no, how come?
Ndeni says his son Jabulani and Wandile were actually good friends.
They saw, that guy was there. It was Wandile's, your Jabulani's friend. I said, no, it can't happen like this. Why they're taking my son? Now it's Wandile, and Wandile and Jabulani, they were close.
Like Jabulani's socks, in hindsight it was Wandile's new shoes that should have assisted his father in visually identifying his body in the wetland of Yende Park, an area littered with disused nappies, rubbish, animal and human feces.
My mistake, I still say, even whenever I go, I made a mistake by not identifying the shoes that he bought. They were new. I saw them once. But these guys, they made sure that you don't see anything. I don't know how.
We can confirm to you that the inhumane, unnatural way in which Jabulani was killed eerily matches with how Wandile was slain nearly 11 months apart.
I even asked that, did they do something to that guy? They said, oh, also the private part, they cut it off. I said, yes, yeah, no. These people are meaning what they are doing now. Because I thought it's only my son, but now what happened to another guy, to Wandile?
The NPA says Wandile's genitals were severed too. Sydney tells us that he later consulted with a local Inyanga or Sangoma, a traditional healer dealing in herbal remedies, to ask why he could not positively identify Wandile that day.
And the worst part of it, next to his body, there was a dish full of blood. There was a dish full of blood. You see now, these things were so many. There was a dish with blood. Now, when you go and ask people, the younger people, they say they have, used Muti in that blood, so that when you come, you'll never see him, because they have used Muti into the blood that they placed next to him.
We'd like to tell you that this is unheard of, but it's not. Traditional healer Mpho offers another sinister explanation.
You'd find that the person is left there to die from the mutilation. So chances are, if somebody of the family were to find them, then, they'd get saved and be able to tell the story. So, there's certain rituals or mutis that can be used to ensure that the direct family itself wouldn't be able to find or recognize this person. Instead, days or weeks later, somebody randomly walking in that park would then identify and see this person.
The Jasop family was assigned a Daveyton police investigator to probe Wandile's murder, but soon the same fears that manifested in Jabulani's case emerged here as well. That's when Wandile's father, Sydney, aided by a local group of political activists, took up his son and Jabulani's cause.
Now, looking at the previous case and this one, I think these guys, they saw that this thing is becoming normal. Therefore, as young people, we've got to come together and fight this thing. So we cannot allow this thing to continue like this. So they came and they clapped together and looked for each and every corner, every point that they can say this leads to that. They assisted us a lot. Yeah. Because after we've buried and everything, they were here and we went to the police station to question the police in the police station.
The man you're about to hear is a whistleblower. We call him Cinder, and he lit a fire under these cases.
The only person that I grew up with around is Wandile. I know him, he's friendly, always laughing. He's people's person. That's what I know about Wandile. So for this guy, he took someone that was very, very playing a crucial role from the family. And that is why I took it upon myself to help both families.
Throughout this time, one man's name kept coming up. Phatwa Bekwa, who also lived in the vicinity of Yende Park.
He's a big, tall guy, he's giant, he's strong. He can play rugby if he was very active in sport. He's very tough.
By all accounts, in this intriguing and extremely dark puzzle that News 24's tried to piece together, there are many accusations that this big man, Phatwa, did not act alone. Two young men, dear friends, bright, upbeat and promising, denied their right to study at university and make a brilliant life for themselves. Killed nearly 11 months apart in the same gruesome way, feet apart in the same littered park. According to whistleblower Cinder, Phatwa is an imposing figure.
I was shocked because now I know him as a strong young man who doesn't talk too much. He loves eating, but now later, fast forward, when he grew up, he used to play pool table and drink, and they used to hire him to be a bodyguard in numerous taverns. He will guard cars or search people when they come into the tavern.
And Phatwa, according to everyone we've spoken to, answered to another local figure.
He's a person that plays dice, gambling, Tsotsi style. He lives Tsotsi style. He's got shady deals and stuff. He's always roaming around with people that are robbing people within the society. That's how I know him.
We've been pressing the Jasop family to fill in the blanks of our timeline for this podcast series, and relatives revealed to us that the main suspect, Phatwa Bekwa, just a few weeks before Wandile's murder, was apparently hassling Wandile for money or some sort of item. Sydney says he confronted Phatwa at the time.
Why are you harassing Wandile? That's what we wanted to know. What is that he owes you for? Nothing.
It was seemingly resolved, and the family thought Wandile's problems ended there. Not only did an eyewitness apparently see the burly Phatwa emerge from Yende Park the morning of the discovery of Wandile's body, but quote-unquote several witnesses placed the pair together the night before. Together with Cinder, Sydney uncovered that his son may have made a grave mistake that Saturday night.
I understand that when they were in that tavern drinking, Wandile made a mistake by leaving a glass with beer or went to the toilet. There's a young man, they said he poured something into that glass. But you know, people who are drinking, they cannot warn you, don't drink it, or they cannot even push this glass so that you don't drink it. They left it, and he drank that one, and he became what? Drowsy, Wandile. That young man took Wandile and went away with him. Based on the story that I was told.
This claim, though, has been difficult to corroborate in Wandile's case, but the whistleblower Cinder believes it was all premeditated.
I think because they know that they are going to walk next to the park, and on the other side, there's no houses. On the left side, there's only few houses before they reach home, and it's an open field where they can dump there. So that is why they know that they have to walk a distance from the tavern or wherever they were to come this side. And I think they were marked, they were followed. It's not something that was done in one day. It's something that was planned. They were followed for numerous days to check with their moves and stuff and how are they going to do these things. And when they find the body that side, there was no blood to show that this person was fighting and stuff. There was nothing like that. It was quiet. To me, it's like the people were killed somewhere. Then they were dumped next to their houses.
Now, according to the family, the prime suspect, Phatwa, shortly before Wandile's funeral, allegedly confessed to the murder. Wandile's mom, Elizabeth, also alleges that the family spoke with Phatwa's mom in their living room one day.
After about a month, Phatwa's mom came here to apologize. He told us straight that he was not knowing that Phatwa is doing such job, but he used to see Phatwa with clothes full of blood. Then he said he was defending his friends because he's a security for the opposite sport. That's why then he grabbed people when they are fighting. That's why he's always full of blood.
It must be said at this point that despite numerous attempts, we've simply been unable to reach Phatwa's mother, Tandiwe, for comment. Messages and calls go unanswered.
And we went to the police station to question the police. It is then that they said, no, we never knew that this kind of a murder was done in this fashion. Right? So they started, okay, we'll call police so and so, all those guys from top. They came to the Daveyton police station and they created a new team that is going to address this issue.
Phatwa and another person of interest, Alani Kanjana, were key suspects held and formally charged for the murder of Wandile Jasop in 2018. But the families felt like something with the authorities was off. And they believed that these dockets were destined to gather dust on the desks of the local policemen who remain with these unsolved cases, long after the provincial detectives returned to their headquarters. Find out what the law had in store for Phatwa and Kalani in part 3 of the Daveyton Muti murders, a special News 24 podcast series. Alright, Mr. Whistleblower, who is Mpho?